Oh my gosh, yes. Huge. That's not a small fish. Nice, another pike. Another big pike. Alright, what's going on? We're back out here on the ice, looking for as many species as possible. But I'm fishing out of a one-man flip over. Before Thanksgiving, I picked this up on Facebook Marketplace. It's an older model Clam Kenai Pro. I'm super excited to have a one-man flip over. It makes these solo missions a lot easier. You just bounce around and set up super fast. I mean, additionally, I like that everything has a spot. I'm not stacking gear in a little sled, so that's kind of fun. There are some things that I really don't like about it, but I bought it used because our seasons up here are so short, and I wanted to kind of get a feel for what I like and don't like before I invest a ton of money in a brand new sled. But we're out here. We're out here looking for some fish, so it's super windy if you can't tell, so I'm sticking in this little flip over for a little bit. Gonna try and jig up some panfish or really anything that we can. And once we find an area that's holding a lot of fish, I'm gonna go drill out some tip-up holes and throw some live baits out on there. But just feels good to be back on the ice. Let's see what we can catch. All right, gotta get all the bad luck out of this new tent. Picked this bad boy up from Facebook Marketplace from an old dude that didn't really seem to know how to fish. So I gotta get all his bad luck out of here. But I'm pretty confident that I could get a fish out of here pretty fast. There it is. Oh, that's a good bluegill. Whoop. First fish out of the new tent. Let's open this up. Maybe it's better lighting. Maybe not. It's kind of all glary now, but you get the idea. We'll throw him down there. Gotta let the first one go. Got the skunk off the boat. Should be easier from here. Still getting all the kinks out. I gotta try and figure out where I like all my stuff, but this seems to be working right now pretty well. In a little bit, I'll go drill some extra holes. I'm gonna let it warm up outside first because it's I think 3 degrees. I'm just happy that there's no wind. If it was this cold with wind, it'd be unbearable. I'm on a solid bluegill bite. Nice. That one's even better than the first one. I'm liking how fast this little tiny shack, this one man, heats up. So I have a Eskimo 3-man pop-up, and I still use that a lot. But for these little solo missions, I could definitely see how this one-man flip over is going to be so helpful. Nothing really special about this spot that I set up in about 10.5, 11 foot of water. And there's some scattered grass around, but nothing substantial. I'm not on a weed edge or anything. I think I'm just kind of in a flat. And I don't expect it to be super good during the daytime, but I'm gonna wait it out, and I'm hoping that fish are gonna kind of move into me. So once it gets a little bit later, it should get better. At least the bluegill are keeping us entertained. I'm almost ready to go put some tip-ups out. It's about 1:45 right now, so at 2 o'clock I'm gonna go drill some holes. So it gets dark right around 4:30ish, I feel like. But There we go. That's a good one. Another gill. Loving these little guys. Probably should keep some of them for some bait for some catfish, but we got time left in this season before we gotta start thinking about that. Alright, wow. Take this out. Just grabbing 2 tip-ups. So I still want to be able to jig. Oh my gosh, it's gonna feel my fingertips. That looks good enough to me. Holy cow. The hose froze. The hose froze. Finally starting to get some life back into my fingers after going to put those tip-ups out. It's cold. It's like cold enough to where stuff starts to break. I pulled as much stuff into the shelter as I can. That way I try and minimize stuff breaking, but the hose to my bait tank even froze just from that short time out there. So I really don't want to drill more holes if I don't have to. Hopefully my holes that I just drilled are in good enough spots and we start getting some fish. We can just wait it out here, but I feel like that's a long shot. Usually I have to move tip-ups around a lot until I find some good water. I did put them kind of close because I'm getting a lot of bluegill in this one section, and usually where you're catching little bluegill, pike, bass, walleye even, will kind of slide in the lower light periods and take advantage of those bluegill. So got one large minnow on one, and one like 4 or 5 inches, and then one that's like 3.5 inches. So I feel confident with those 2 sizes. It's crazy, just by setting 2 tip-ups out there, I feel so much more engaged. Like, I feel like anything can happen now, where I was getting kind of bored here with the bluegills. But I'll tell you what, after running out in that cold, I'm going to be happy to jig for some bluegills for a little bit. I really don't want to run out there for some false flags or small fish. I'd rather wait a long time for the right bite. I just rigged this different rod up to be a dead stick. I have 4-pound mono mainline, and I just tied a uni to uni knot. That way I can have some heavier line. I think that's 12-pound is what I just tied to my leader line. So there's been some fish that are swimming through that look like bass to me, like even that one that's on the screen here right now. Just want an appropriate sized one. All right, small little minnow, gonna get hooked in the back. This is how I like to rig my tip-ups too. It just feels like it gives me a much better hookup ratio when it's done like this. Alright. We'll send our little... Oh my god. Alright, we'll send him down before we put that down there. Alright, now let's put this back down. We'll see how high we need them up there. I'd like to have them maybe a foot, 2 foot up off bottom for a largie. Oh, I just got hit already. Wow. Alright, take two. Looks like that guy smoked almost immediately. Little minnow on the hook, getting rigged up in the back. Oh, my dead stick just got hit. I don't know why he let that go. But hopefully he comes back for him. Jeez, that was the fish we were looking for. Put this down for a minute. There we go. There we go. Got him. That's a big fish. Oh my gosh. That's a big one. This might be a pike. Oh, it is a pike. All right, pike on mono. Gonna be a little tough. Let's take my glove off. Ooh, almost slacked me out there. Oh my god. All right. My hole is not dug all the way through. I'm just now noticing this for the first time. I got a nice sharp edge right down there, which is not the best. This is a pretty good pike though. That knot is making me nervous. Come on, get your head up. Get your head up. Whoa. All right. Pike on the dead stick. That's awesome. And we didn't have to go outside to get them. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Looked right in the corner there. Doesn't get easier to take out. Alright, no doubt that this is what took my minnow as I was putting it down there. Nice old pike. Solid. This is one of my favorite fish, probably my favorite fish to catch through the ice. Is the lighting better or worse with that window open? I'm not sure. Let's do a halfy. Half open. It's just tough. But nice pike through the ice. So cool. Let's get this beautiful girl to go back. She's probably mid-20s. I knew it when we were catching small bluegill that there was going to be a pike or some sort of bigger predator around. So that just makes me so happy. I can sit out here for probably another hour. That's what we're going to do. But for right now, I'm going to put another minnow on the hook and send her back down. Oh, we got a flag up. Finally got a flag. Is it spinning? It is spinning. Okay, come on. Oh my gosh, yes. Huge. That's not a small fish. Nice, another pike. Another big pike. This one's on the tip up though. Can we get him up this hole? Wow. This is This is a big fish on the tip up. Thank God there's no wind right now. Oh, look at him. All right. Okay, gotcha. Wow. Ow. How did you not cut me off here, man? Okay. Yeah, nothing like using your thumb as a jaw spreader. We're gonna put him into the other side. That's a really nice pike. Let's get into the heat here real fast. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Back in the shack. I'm gonna dunk her in here, give her some water. I just got this stud pike on the tip up. Had to run inside because it's too cold to really show her out there. But really a nice one. I do have a little tape. Gonna get the tape out and get her back, but I am curious to see how big it is. Last year I got a 34 in this same spot. This could be a similar size. I don't need anything exact. Just curious. This guy's only a 29. Only a 29. He's huge. Such a great fish for this part. One more look. In somewhat good lighting. 29-inch pike. Hey, I'll be catching fish like this all the time. This is awesome. I can't believe I didn't get broken off twice. Let's let her go. Alright, well, I'm probably going to wrap it up here now. It's getting pretty cold and nothing's really going on with those tip-ups. On top of that, the heater's making a lot of condensation on the inside of this tent and it's starting to drip on me. It's just time to get off the ice. But I had a pretty good little afternoon on the ice. You know, I caught 2 really solid pikes for this area and a ton of bluegill, so really can't complain. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you guys next time when we're back on the water.